everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Saints coming in at 7-2, going up against the Browns, who come in at 4-5.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the New Orleans Saints. First and 10, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now one more here in the first quarter of this game. And
there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. To throw on third down. Jones drops it off for Coleman. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
On second down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Back to Philly. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
He's now exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Jones operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Detroit! Here we go now! Detroit! Here we go! Detroit now! Detroit! 19!
Slot man moves right. They begin on the ground with Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
In motion is Grant. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin the drive with Coleman. And now running right through it. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
He's got his man on the crossing route. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got room. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Watching now, Barney. Set. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They will run again with Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Jones, off the play fake. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Coleman now. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Now Jones on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down now after the incompletion. To throw again, Jones. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw, Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down, being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Looking to throw. Jones. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jones to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw. Jones going underneath. It's Coleman. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 15-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So it's halftime here in... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Run it again with Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, Hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he motions the wide receiver. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shane Ray in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This is Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 52 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
All right, now look at good. All right, now look at 56.
A 10th carry for Kamara. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Stephon Anthony in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the
The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And he's taken down here by the...
Let's go, D! That's what I'm talking about, D!
Here's Garrett Swanson now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it. Back down, Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to get out. To the 32, brought down there.
Yeah, baby.
The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Let's go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? None.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And they give this time to the tailback. Down right around the 25. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He gets it here to peak. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 41-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. Flater, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it'll bring up 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, that's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something?